Good morning, my people. How are you? It could be morning, it could be afternoon, it could be good evening, it could be good night, wherever you are. How are you, my people? Trust you're well. Welcome back to Reimagining the Workplace. This is the channel where we talk about everything work related, and especially sensitizing each other about the workplace and how it should look like and how it shouldn't look like. Okay, so welcome back. My name is Keli, like you all know, and in today's episode we are going to discuss things that employers or even employees do or say that are not okay. They look okay outwardly, but in the actual sense they are not. They are toxic, in other words. Okay? So number one, when an employer tells you you are the only one, for example, if it's me, Kelly, you're the only one that we can trust with this task. If an employer tells you that you're the only one we can trust with this job or this task, my friend, it's not a compliment. You hear how it sounds so nice. It sounds like, oh my God, these guys cannot do without me. I am so irreplaceable. Na. It actually sounds like someone who recognizes you as an employee, which is something that we all want. It sounds like a compliment. It sounds like an employer who recognizes you as an employee, which is something that we all want, to be recognized, our job to speak for itself, a very important thing in the workplace. But it's not always a positive thing to hear from an employer, because as much as it looks like a compliment, it's not. It's a way of your employer or your boss to use you. I don't know if that makes sense. You are made to believe that you're the only one who can do a particular job, and that way they misuse you, they overwork you, because in your mind you've already been told you're the only one we can trust with this job, so nobody else is going to do it. So even if you have lots of other work that you need or tasks that you need to accomplish, you still go ahead to do this other extra thing because you are the only one that the organization or the employer trusts you with. And even if it's way past working hours or it's the weekend, they think they have the right to call you and ask you to do that task, and you cannot say no because you agreed. Let me tell you what I think you should do if an employer tells you that. Say thank you, but I'm willing to train someone else to do it, so that there can be 2 or 3 people who can do this task in case I'm unavailable. That way they know they're not going to expect you to do the job by yourself or to do that task alone. Like, you're not the only person who is entrusted to do that job, because it's a way of employers to misuse you and to make you believe it's actually toxic, because they are putting in you a toxic trait of feeling like you're overall you're the best, which is a bad attitude at the workplace. The workplace is a team. It's a company. That's why it's called a company. People work together, because you cannot do everything. Like the Bible says, it's like your body. Someone is the right hand, the other one is the left hand, the other one is the leg, the other one is the head, the other one is the eye, the other one is etc. Yeah, so if someone comes and tells you you're the only one who can do this kind of job, How? So be wise, my friends. Say thank you, but recommend to your boss that you are willing to train other people to be able to take care of that task, because in the first place it's not even true. You're not the only one who can do that. It's not a compliment. That's my point. It's a toxic idea because they want to overwork you. They want you to feel like you're better than everyone else, which is not a good attitude for an employee to have. Oh, I forgot to mention that employees who have what is it called? Employees who suffer from low self-esteem or have people-pleasing tendencies are the ones who suffer from this thing. Because they want people to approve of them. Employees, have you worked with people who are constantly looking for likability from their bosses? They just want to be liked. It doesn't matter who it hurts in the middle. It doesn't matter who is suffering in the process. They just want to be liked, and they will do anything to please their bosses. No one is employed to please their bosses. You're employed to work, period. So when you're employed, just go and work, okay? Yeah. So in conclusion, you're the only one who can do this task, or we can trust you with this task, is not a compliment, it's a setup, period. I hope you can start seeing that from today henceforth, okay? Something else, number 2, something else that happens at the workplace that is not okay, and I have seen it so many times in the workplace, is when employees do a good job. Employees do an exceptional work, something that they were not expected to do, or they beat a deadline that looked impossible to beat. You get? Or make a huge sale that was not expected by the employer. Okay, they expected, but it looks like unachievable. And then what does your employer do? Take you out for lunch, for a meal, for dinner, or even order pizza. Order pizza. Oh, kwanza, that one of ordering a pizza. If a pizza is ordered and it's brought to the office, or food is ordered and brought to the office, that means you're still working while enjoying this pizza. So it looks like a reward, but it's not a reward, it's a tricky reward. My point is, why do employers do that? Why are we children? My daughter is the one who, when she does a good thing that I am happy about, I will reward with a sweet or her favorite snack. But employees are not children. You cannot reward employees or award them with food. It's almost an insult. I've worked at an organization where when we made a sale or we had an achievement of whatever kind, we were taken out for dinner or for lunch. First of all, we were fighting the whole day in the office because it was a very toxic workplace. We were fighting the whole time. And then you're asked to reserve a particular hotel. We go and eat nyama or whatever, dinner. And then we are at the table and no one is looking at each other's face. Of course, they are pretending. People will sit there and pretend they are happy, but they are not. So it got to a point where I know this was toxic, but we needed to do it. We kept uh, acting busy. If we know a dinner is reserved for tomorrow evening, for example, after work, which is really also stupid. Why are you taking people for a treat away from working hours? Who told you I don't have things to do at my home after 5 o'clock? If you want to treat me during work hours. Employers. Yeah, so we would, if we knew there was a dinner reservation for the following day, the engineers would act busy. Like, oh, I have a meeting with so and so, so I'm not available. Then the other one would give an excuse. Then the other one would give an excuse. And because we couldn't go for a dinner without one of the colleagues, then it was postponed. And then we kept postponing, and then it never happened. Yeah, so my point is, if you have to reward employees for doing a good job, please reward in other benefits. Give them a promotion, give them bonuses, you know, let their what is it called, appraisals reflect their achievements. But don't buy employees food. That's like buying a child candy because they did not misbehave, or you're rewarding them for whatever reason. It's an insult. If you ask me, it's an insult. Don't buy employees pizzas or whatever kind of food, and more away from working hours. If you want to reward employees or to award them, do it in money benefits, bonuses, promotions, good appraisals, and all that. Okay? Another thing that happens at the workplace that I really don't like, I don't find okay, is when you're given an employment letter and then there's a list of the things that you're expected to do, depending on whatever position that you've been given at that particular office. You're given what is it called? A job description. That's what I'm talking about. A job description. It has a list of the things that you're expected to do, depending on the position that you've been given in that organization. And then below there, they say, and any other work assigned. What's any other work assigned? What the heck is that? So, taking myself for example, if I'm an admin and I'm doing all the admin jobs that you've listed there, so that means you can also ask me to be a janitor and I will go and clean. That means you can use me as your driver. That means you can use me as your messenger. Or what does that really mean? I wish employees, I wish we could just wake up and stop this nonsense. When you tell someone any other job assigned, what is that? That means you open up an opportunity, or you open up a possibility to ask me to do anything that you so wish, because that's what my employment contract says. Why? It's toxic as it can get. Employers need to do this, and employees, because we hold the highest power, even though we look like we don't, we need to say no. If you're given an employment letter, because you're supposed to read your contract and understand it, you know, read it thoroughly and understand everything. Go back and ask, what does this mean? What does this any other job assigned mean? What does it mean? and make them list the other things that you may be required to do in your position, not just anything else. That is, if that clause must remain there, which it shouldn't. It's very toxic. It's very, oh my God, it's a slave mentality from employers, and it's just not good. If you employ someone and you're paying them whatever it is, a salary that is commensurate with their job, then why are you talking about any other job assigned? Why can't you pay them for the job that you employed them to do? That is wrong. That is wrong and unacceptable. Number 4 reason, or number 4 thing, the number 4 thing that is on my list that happens at the workplace that is not okay is, why do we get warning letters when we mess up at work, but we don't get letter of appreciation or whatever kind of letter appreciating good work when you've done a good job? Or is there only warning letters when you mess up, but there's no appreciation letter? You know, when you've done an exceptionally good job. Why? And that's kind of related to the other point where we were talking about awarding people or rewarding employees with food. Why is there an appreciation letter to appreciate people if they do? Or maybe it's the places that I've worked in that I've not seen that. But why? This is so selfish of employers. I'm really sorry I sound like I'm attacking employers today, but things that need to be said need to be said. It's over. We are done with this kind of nonsense. We are done. Employees, please wake up. Wake up and start questioning these things. Wake up and start questioning these things because they are important. Okay? Employers need to do better. The other thing, number 5, something else that happens at the workplace that I don't like, that is not okay, that is toxic, is when a job advertisement lists the requirements that are needed for the job, and among them is that you can work well under pressure. And employees are also to blame. We write our CVs, we do our CVs and send them to employers saying that we can work well under pressure. Why? Oh my God, it's too much. Why are you available to work under pressure? You're setting yourself up for misuse, for abuse, for toxicity, for drama at work. Because you already said you made yourself available to be, to be treated that way. Why is it a requirement in the first place? Who came up with that? Does work have to be that high intensive? Is it a must for work to give you pressure in order for you to deliver, in order for you to be productive? Some of the things that we do and we don't question them. We just go along with them. Why? If we were honest with ourselves, nobody wants to work under pressure. But we say it so proudly on our CVs and during interviews when we are asked, what are you bringing to the table? Oh, I can work well under pressure. Why? Why? These things need to change. We need to stop saying these things. We are enabling the culture of toxicity at the workplace. We are enabling, and it's wrong. Be honest. Just say that you can work, you can deliver this kind of job or this kind of a task, but don't lie that you can work under pressure. That is nonsense. It's not true. Even employers know that it's not true. But because you said it when you're being interviewed or on your CV, then they feel like they have the right to treat you, to abuse you at work because you said it. You made yourself available. And then you wonder why this place that you work at is so toxic. Yet you're the one that enabled it. It's wrong, and we need to stop doing it. We need to stop saying it. Okay? So those are the few things that I thought I should talk about today. Maybe there are others. Comment down below if there are other things that happen at the workplace, or the things that you've experienced as an employee that you did not like or are happening to you now, and you also do not like but they are happening. Okay, let's educate each other. Let's grow each other at the workplace. It's important. The workplace needs to be a very, very, very comfortable place to work in. It needs to be comfortable. Okay? Yeah, so if you like this kind of content, please like and share with your friends, with your workmates, with your colleagues. They all need to see these kind of things, these kind of conversations. And let's grow each other. Let's grow this channel, and let's talk about the things. Suggest the topics that you want covered that you'd like us to cover in the coming episodes. Yeah, and let's stay winning. Okay? I love you guys so much. Goodbye.